Hello everybody and welcome to Wednesday webinar. I am Katie from olalschools.com. I have Kerry with us as usual from OptimumSA. Very warm welcome. Sorry, I do apologize to our new viewers. So today Kerry and I are going to cover content completion. So for now, I'm handing over to Kerry so she can explain step by step what that actually means.
Yes.
Over to you, Kerry.
Hello, Katie. Thank you for having us again. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Right. So it's one of the very important things with regards to doing the work is completing the work thoroughly. So when you have to prepare for tests or exams, then you don't have to study nearly as much because you know the work already. And the best way to do that is to cover the work thoroughly instead of just cutting corners, just doing very little what you have to, and then you get to the exam and it's like, oh no, I remember this stuff, but I remember not reading through it properly. And that's what tends to happen. So the best thing is if you do something properly the first time, you don't need to go back and do it again. And it's the same thing when it comes to studying for tests and exams. You cover the work properly in the first place. When it comes to doing revision a week before or some naughties night before, because you've covered it thoroughly, you just really need to do revisions. You don't have to go and learn everything all over again. So the best way to do that is there's a few steps. So just bear with me because I've got to do the whole share screen thing. So we'll quickly go into there and we click on that one and then share, I think, okay? So it's just thinking, is it sharing?
Oh wow, look at the emojis. I can see it on my side.
I absolutely love emojis. I think they're the cutest things ever. So, but I think it's because I'm just as expressive with my face. So it's probably that why. Hey, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, okay. So first and foremost, you've got their completing content. Let me move this because I'm looking at my other screen because we're fancy like that. Can you still see it, Katie?
I can still see it, yes.
Okay, cheers. So we've got completing content, and basically the question is, how does a person complete the content correct in the correct manner? So the best way to complete your work is thoroughly, like I mentioned a few moments ago. All right, so there's 5 very basic steps. The first one is to skim or scan through the chapter or section or unit. So I've got another example here. Can you see it, Katie?
Can you scroll down? Can't see it. I'm still looking at completing contents.
Okay,
5
so
steps.
Let me go back to the whole share screen thing again. Let's go here. Let me go. I have to do the whole stop share. Hey, where's it now?
Stop. Stop share. Then
No,
reshare.
I don't see it. I don't see
right
it.
at the bottom.
At the bottom of what?
Where your Zoom meeting is.
Yes.
All next to the icons, you have like a red little block that says stop share screen. Did you find it?
I don't see it. I don't see the whole thing. Oh, there.
It's like a little rectangle.
No, my laptop doesn't want to show it. Let me put it. Oh, it's on the other screen. Okay, so we'll stop share this one. And then it takes me back to the screen. And then I got to go share again. And then I've got to...
Well, at least now you know that it's on the other computer.
Yeah, the screen. And then I go share. There we go. Sorry, folks. Crikey Moses. Okay.
There we go.
So there. So for example, this is from our Platinum English Home Language English First Editional book, and it is the little grade 4. And basically this whole lesson is all about malaria. All right. So it's a reading comprehension. They've got to read through this article here, and then on the following page, they've got to answer the questions. Okay. So when you are skim reading, you literally just look at the things that pop out at you. So if you look there, it says malaria is an illness. Then the next word that pops out is parasites. And then you look there, and then in blue, you quickly see. So it's very much the first things that pop out at you first when you're just scanning through it. Okay, so you're seeing key things. So like parasites, the word blood, or
So the key points will automatically stick out to you.
Yes, the key points when you scan through it, you just run your eyes over the items, and the first thing that pops up, that's what catches your eye. So you just look at it, it's like, okay, I'm looking at, you're looking at it, it's like, okay, I'm going to be reading about mosquitoes and what the illness is about. So that is basically what you're scanning and skimming, just so that you sort of know what you're going into. Okay. Now I'm going to have to do the whole stop share and whatever. So I'm going to have to do stop share, and then I've got to go on the next one and then share.
And then also learning about the skim reading and scanning as well will help our students in their exams and tests, because then they'll pick up straight away what they're going into for their exams, what is in their paper.
Yes, so it's, you know, when you write an exam, they give you the first 10 or 15 minutes to scan and read through the paper. Okay, so that you know what you're going in for, that you're not going in blind. Okay, so you just skim through it. It doesn't take long. It's very, very quick, just so that you know what you're about to tackle. All right. Then step number 2. Can you see it on the screen, Katie?
Yes, I can.
So now it says read through the content. By number 2, read through the content, and in brackets the information thoroughly. So we would then go back to that malaria item and read through it and make sure that you understand what you've read. So read a paragraph and say to yourself, okay, what did I just read? I just read that malaria is an illness, and that parasites are the ones that go into the blood. That's what makes people sick. Blood is what the mosquitoes drink, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so you read through that whole task that you have to tackle, whether it's about photosynthesis, whether it's about geometry, whether it's about pronouns. You read through that information thoroughly and make sure that you understand what you read. Once you've understood what you read, then you go to point number 3, which is over here by the light bulb chap. Okay, it says summarize or make a mind map of the content you just read. So you go straight back to that malaria article and you put it in Kerry words that Kerry would understand, or Katie words that Katie would understand. You see, so instead of putting the word illness, for example, a better word that you might remember is sickness, just depending on your age. You see, so things like that. And I did do a quick after I spoke to you.
And then also another thing, sorry, just with the mind map, I remember learning about something, it's called KISS. Keep it short and simple. Make it pop out, use colors and different titles, and make sure that it's clear and you have a vision of what you actually want to cover in that mind map.
Yes, especially for the learners that learn better with drawing pictures and love color and so on. You know, mind maps really do appeal to them better than what just writing would. you see. So if you're a person that is fine with summaries and remembers from writing a summary, then go the summary route. If you prefer to do the draw pictures and doodle and colors and, you know, draw a giant mosquito in the middle of a page and each leg is whatever for the mind map, then if that is a way that you're going to remember it, then go for it. So you don't have to do summary and a mind map. It's just so that you've covered the work in your own words that you understand better. You see, so I've done an example for the summary where you did in bullet form. You don't have to go and write paragraphs out. You literally just put the important facts inside in your summary. So for example, here, malaria is an illness, parasites live in people's blood, malaria, mosquito bite people and drink their blood. So it's just the bare basics. It's not all the other words that doesn't need to be there, you see. So that is what a summary would look like. Have you got a summary, an example of a mind map, Katie?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so now if you think about it, you've already covered the content twice. You skim read it, which you sort of know what you're going into. So the first one is you've read through the work thoroughly, okay? Now you've summarized it. So now the next part to do of a task is, in our books, they always provide an exercise or an activity or questions. So in a comprehension, so like I'm going to do, bear with me, stop share again, and then we're going to go to the other one, and then we're going to share screen again. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but anyway. Okay, so now we've covered, we've made our summary of this information in blue. So then we go to the next page and look there. There is questions about the information that you've just learned. So you basically applying the information that you've just learned and applying it to questions to answer. So that is you covering the content a third time. So by the end of this, you should be able to go to mum or dad, auntie, uncle, whoever, and tell them about malaria. You see, so the very first question, what does the malaria mosquito drink? And in our summary, we wrote there, and in our article that we read, they drink blood. Question done. You see, so it's covering the work thoroughly so that you can answer the questions. And we've covered now malaria thoroughly. So at the end of the term, when we got to study for, I don't know, natural science about malaria or whatever, we'll be able to answer the questions.
And then you get to keep the summary, get to keep your mind map, and much easier to follow through and study from your own notes than pulling out a book with
whole book. Yes.
Yeah,
and then
easier.
Yes, and then the last very, it's not very, it is important. I think they're all equally important, but if I do share screen again, I'm getting good at this, Katie. Check at me, look here. Okay,
I'm so proud of you.
So the very last one is read through your answers. Okay, it is very, very important that you read through your work, because you might have muddled up a question and put number 2's answer by number 3 and number 3's answer by number 5. I don't know what you were doing, if you got up to go to the bathroom, or your little brother or sister stole your Barbie doll, or I don't know, whatever, and you got distracted and you come back to that task, you might write the wrong answer in the wrong place. Okay, also important when you're writing tests and exams, it's important to read through your paper afterwards. So whatever work you do, be it a project, be it just a comprehension like this one or whatever, it's important to read through your work once you've completed the exercise. Just in case you've missed something, or in case you were thinking of other things and you wrote the first thing that popped into your brain, it's just better to read through your answers. You read the question and then you read your answer and you say to yourself, okay, does that make sense? And then you move on and then you close it up, it's done, task finished. Okay, so, and then A for away, you're done. Check that emoji.
That's, okay, let's just scroll up and then let's just go quickly point by point, just so
so everybody can get it. So the very first one is number 1, you skim, or people call it skim read, I don't know why, or scan through it, you know, just run your eyes over the page so you know what you're going in for. Okay, number 2 is
the contents.
Read through the content thoroughly and make sure you understand what you read. Okay, number 3 is either do a summary or a mind map, but make notes of the information you've just read. Put it into your language so that you know what you're talking about. All right. Number 4 is complete the task, whether it's an exercise, activity, questions. And then the last step is read through your answers. So it's very 5 easy steps. Not difficult at all.
So there you have it, how to cover the content completion and how to prepare yourself and run through your work with staying on track. And I would just like to say, like I said, well, when I learned at school, kids keep it short and simple. And I'd just like to thank you again, Kerry, for joining us for our Wednesday webinar. And thank you to our viewers. Please, if you feel like you have any questions or you would like to add, please leave a comment below. If you are unsure of anything, you can get hold of Kerry and from OptimumSA, or you can come and join us at Olal Schools at www.olalschools.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'd just like to thank you all once again for joining us for our Wednesday webinar. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place. And bye-bye for now.
Yes, thank you for having us, Katie, and we'll see you next week.
Perfect. Lovely to have you again, Kerry.
Thank
Bye,
you for
guys.
having me. Bye, everybody. Cheers.